Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and after that fresh hell that was the perforating jet-fueled berserk combo, I think I need to do something just a little different to get the taste of that out of my mouth. It's not even a different a different fueled berserk. No, we're just doing a different run entirely. That was awful, and it needs to never happen again. I don't mean just losing a run. That's fine. I'm mature enough to understand how that works. It works because things went wrong, and that's it. Sometimes things just go wrong. I'm not immature enough to say that everything was against me. Of course everything was against you. That's how games like this work. No, the issue is that that combination of things has too many negatives going for it. And I don't want to put up with it anymore. So we're doing something else. And I think what we're doing now is we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a break, and we're going to go for something a little bit more power-focused. So I'm intentionally going out of my way to use things that are strong, because frankly, I got ruined so badly that I think it's time to pay the game back. And I think the best way to do that is with a little bit of power build mayhem. But finding the right things to use for this build is going to be important, because I want things that are strong, but I also want to have things that'll help keep some control on the battlefield. Hold on. Like, I'm not necessarily worried about spreading out the elements, so to speak. I just want to make sure that what I have helps me keep my ass covered. Here we go. Let's not automatically jump to the usual conclusion here. Like, you'll notice I'm not even rolling for the second soundtrack, because that last run was less than 10 minutes. I didn't even make it off the first floor. And the reason for that is because trying to keep control with perforating jet and fueled berserk is an exercise in futility. Oh, ladies run. I know you're looking at the boss lineup going, yeah, but one of them is a boy and a girl. And that is true, but it's the closest thing you have to run with all of the female members of the Council of Magic, so it'll have to do. I just realized I didn't change my starting relic. You know what? I'll just make it work. We definitely take a little Sylvan help. Yeah, that's why the last run didn't go so well, because we didn't have Sylvan help. The other thing I was noticing while trying to do perforating jet and fueled berserk is that it was too easy to get essentially sideswiped, because of things like lancers and archers, and because by all rights you're not moving while throwing that out, you're just putting yourself into position to just get stampeded over. And it is also possible that I was just playing really poorly, but if that's the case, then maybe when you guys tell me how I should do Field Berserk and Perforating Jet, because that just seemed like a mistake to me. I'll take the Pewter Bracelet. This is the right time for it, so I can build up that damage over the course of the run. So when it gets to that point, I can already guarantee you guys that on the Field Berserk tier list, Riptide is going higher than Perforating Jet. I can tell you that right now. Even though I didn't exactly do great with Riptide either, you know what? At least I won that run. Grab this. Or so to put this in a slightly easier way, I had basically no control over what was going on. That is the definition of tunnel vision right there, man. And I thought it was bad with Riptide, but really bad with Perforating Jet and how narrow that hitbox is. And it already makes me think that Flame Cross is going to be more of that when I get there. So I already have something else to dread. Matter of fact, next time I do a Field Berserk, which will probably be the next time I record for this series, I'll probably just do Flame Cross just to get it over with. It also doesn't bode well for bouncing plays, considering. I might grab Lemo's Leaf, I'm not sure yet. So I can tell you right now that the Arcanas that are going to do well when coupled with Field Berserk, since you are giving up a standard slot for that, are going to have to do something to keep you to at least sweep a little bit. Or you have to couple them with something that helps you set up. That's right, birds. Tell it like it is. Alright, this is feeling more like a run I can do. Plus, the robe is a nice calming blue, and I could use a nice calming color choice. It's minor, but god damn it, it's what I need right now. Alright. Let's come back here. Was there anything else here I wanted? I don't think so. Yeah, birds have been pretty excited all day, and you know what? I'm fine with that. They deserve a little something to just... They deserve to just have fun. Like, I'm sure you can hear them in the background when they start chirping. I'm just gonna say, if it's something that bothers you, welcome to the channel. Now, professionally speaking, the right thing to do would be to find some way to create a soundproof little chamber for me to do this in, but... not that worried about it. Spiral Rumblers I took just because, but let's be fair, I'm probably going to get rid of it as soon as I can. I am a dumbass. Like, of epic magnitude at that. Alright, I think before I pick up the Flame Fusion upgrade, I want... Well, I am going to pick up the Wavefront upgrade. Like, no question about that. But before I pick up the Flame Fusion upgrade, I definitely want to see who our red portal vendor is. God damn, these rooms with multiple waves of enemies in a room surrounded by spikes. I do not like those rooms. Alright, so yeah, I think we made the right choice there by waiting. Go away. Alright, and before I do anything with that room, wait for this. Here we go. Admittedly, Spiral Rumblers has a nice controlling effect on the battlefield. It's just, of the shotgun ones, I think it's probably the worst one, just because it's almost impossible to hit an enemy with multiples, so you can use it as more like an elephant shot, but not really like a shotgun, so to speak. So it's more like... yeah, I guess it's just more like an elephant gun than an actual shotgun. So take that for what it's worth. I'm I'm currently trying to act like I even know how elephant guns work. Go, birds, go! Hear how crazy excited they are right now. I'm telling you, these are some happy birds. You're not prepared for that. Okay, probably gonna also have to afford a health potion because the game is doing stupid shit to cancel out my twin turbines, and I'm not appreciating it. Alright, let's go ahead and give Dr. Song Flame Fusion. So, potion discount. Alright, I can dig it. And back here, I want to grab that, because candies are usually helpful. And we'll see what the health situation is looking like when we're done with this. I'm going to try to keep going because I'd like to keep the full strength health potion going as long as I can in case I need it. Right now it would just be nice, I don't actually need it. Oh, and in case any of you are wondering on the timeline of things, I am recording this run just shortly after the perforating jet crap. So, yeah, you can probably take a guess as to how I'm feeling right now. That total failure of a run is pretty fresh on my mind. And I'll let you guys decide if it was entirely my fault or if it was just a bad idea to begin with. As per usual, I feel the truth lies somewhere in the middle, but it is also very possible that was just a cursed run from the outset. Like some combination of the very narrow hitboxes, the low damage, and just how many directions enemies can come at you from, the range of lancers. Like, it all just culminated into a way I can't goddamn do this. I'm debating on the beam. I like the idea of it, but it's not super high on my priority list. Does Dragon Dive just really have a seriously short cooldown? It's a freebie that I'll probably end up giving away if I can. Throw knives at me, I'll show you. I suck. And there's nothing nothing here I really like. So one thing that does cross my mind, and something that I'm thinking about, because frankly that run pissed me off, is I could have held some amount of control by sweeping the perforating jet attack from side to side. And yes, that is a possibility, but not one that's particularly strong. Yeah, give me Aqua. The problem is, the jets have basically no knockback, so whereas that would work on a very short-term basis. When I say very short-term, I mean very, very short-term process. Like, not process. Basis is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, it would work on a very short-term basis, but that also defeats the point of what Field Berserk basically does. Like, it's not going to do a whole lot to push enemies away from you, or even off to one side for that matter. Like, I'm really not seeing any good way to salvage that. Like, that really might just be one of the worst combinations I've done in a long time. Yes, that was overkill, but it was also good for my ancient fountain pen, so what the hell, we're just going with it. Now this run, on the other hand, has a lot of attacks that have a nice sweeping range. Like, it's easy to tell that this run is much more workable, and now that I have a gaudy golden helmet, now we're really in the clear. Yeah, I'm gonna stop thinking about that. I've already laid out the reasons why that run sucked so bad. So if you guys are either trying to find a way to understand or like make fun of me for what happened in that perforating jet run, by all means, feel free to do either one. I'm just saying, I think I figured it out, and I'm done wasting time thinking about it. I'm really just not going to spend any more time worrying about one of the weakest runs I've ever done when I'm having way more fun with this run. And there is also the possible defense of it would have worked out so much better if you weren't using the retro floor plan. Yeah, probably, but right now I'm not worried about what could have been. The retro floor plan is one of the things I use to keep runs interesting and ultimately more profitable. Also enjoy that little location glitch there. Yeah, it was interesting. Yes, it's a bad expenditure to pick up the Cartographer's Quill this late into a run. But you know what? It's still some extra damage. And if all I gotta do is fill out the map to get another roughly 8% damage, then so be it. I am fine with that. Keep in mind, most of my Arcana are getting enough of a bonus from that I feel it's worthwhile. Here we go. Yes, this run has a lot more control going on. There's a lot more that it can do, and I am happy with that. This run makes me happy. The other run makes me sad. That's really about all you need to know. If you didn't see my attempt at Fuel Berserk and Perforating Jet, you know what? Just pause this video and go check it out now. I guarantee you've got time for it. It's only a 10-minute long video. Watch that, and you can understand why I'm so embarrassed by it. But ultimately, what ended up killing me was one of those rooms with lots of enemies and basically no room to maneuver. And I was trying to essentially fend off things coming at me from all directions with a kitchen knife. Hopefully that's enough of an analogy for you to understand what was wrong in that run. And even though I said I was done thinking about it, the idea that I've been talking about it so much is clearly enough to say that it's something that's on my mind. Now, one, like I said, this was something that happened literally before I started recording this run. Like, when I say it happened just a few minutes before I started recording this run, I really wasn't lying about that. I might come back for the Dark Katana, because my signature would actually benefit from that. And we have Nocturne, except for I'm pretty happy with what I have right now, so probably not going to worry about him. Alright, so now let's... do I want to do it before or after? I think I'll do it before. Bosses haven't been where I've been suffering. Then I will drop this to pick up this. Alright, so let's see where I stand with this. Ooh, plus 20. Yep, definitely made the right move with that one. And this is currently up to plus 23. So yeah, definitely worthwhile. Worth it. Yep, I like it, but it's not for this run. Alright, so 20 is its limit, and haven't found the limit for the pen yet. Alright, real quick. There we go. And that's what you get. And this should also be a good advocating reason for why I say it's important to have some amount of range to your attacks. You see how much more comfortable this run was than the previous. The comfort isn't... Comfort isn't just there to act as an excuse for your runs. That's generally my way of saying that you need to be able to have enough control on your side of things in order to even have a run in the first place. Worth it. Worth it. There we go. Okay, that was much more comfortable. And much more keeping in line with my usual with my usual play. Alright guys, that was it. That was a nice little payback on the game for what it did to me when I tried to use Field Berserk and Perforating Jet. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this was much more fun to watch than just me getting my ass kicked for 5 minutes. So long as we're talking about it, I'd like to point out that, at least in my opinion, the Fueled Berserk, if I were to put it on a tier list, I think doesn't really go into a tier, because by itself it doesn't do anything. And yeah, you can make the argument of, oh, but it's always going to do something because you're always going to have a basic. That's true. But that means that how good it is based upon how good it, or how well it interacts with the basic that you're using. So on its own, I don't think it would get a spot on a tier list, because I think it in and of itself should have its own tier list, hence what I'm working on. So thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate your continued support. Drop me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe, share the video all around if you can. You gotta know someone out there who is interested in gaming, and if not gaming, wizards, and if not wizards, some loudmouth on the internet who likes to say poop a lot. And I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I'll be seeing you.